Hello BookTube, it's time for another video of me unhauling your favorite books because it's another unhaul video, up to number 10 of unhauling your favorite books. And it's probably been a month since I've done my last unhaul. I love unhauling. I go for my books every couple weeks, maybe weekly, maybe daily at some points. Just getting rid of the clutter. What stays? What goes? What do I not think about anymore? What is just taking up space that I could be using to fill up with some other books? And I went through probably just 10 minutes ago. It's very late, and I just thought I need to make a video about this because I need to. I don't know. I've got nothing else to do, and let's start. And there are some controversial picks. Mostly, actually, it's going to be ancient classics because I had pretty much throughout my entire classics reading life or whatever, I've always had a real issue with getting rid of classics because I'm like, oh my god, what if I need to reference them? What if, I need them at some point? And especially when it comes to ancient classics. And I've been slowly letting go of that. I'm slowly thinking about what book stays and what books go with ancient classics. What are the lesser tier authors? What are they doing here? It's time they go. And I eventually decided to do it because I want this entire big bookshelf behind me to be just my favorite classics, and especially because you can find Project Gutenberg and free classics and all that stuff, and I don't need to spend money on classics that I don't just don't like anymore. And also, I've read these books, like I've literally read these and I'm like, yeah, good, and I never think about them again. That is the difference here. I never think about these books. And let's finally start going through them over 2 minutes in the video. So, who's getting unhauled first? Whose favorite books am I unhauling first? Well, this probably is someone's favorite playwrights here because I'm getting rid of my copies of John Ford, his plays, and John Webster's. They're mid-tier playwrights at best from the Elizabethan and Jacobean time. I think when it comes to other playwrights from that time outside Shakespeare, give me Middleton, give me Ben Jonson, give me Marlowe, and that's all I need from that time period. I like Tis a Pity She's a Whore. It's really weird for its time. And Webster, I literally can't remember a single thing about his plays. I haven't gone back to him in so long. I would like a bind up maybe. I know Penguin does like both of them, but I could bind up of Webster and Ford, but I never go back to them. I'd rather go back to Middleton again. He's so much better. Or Ben Jonson. I don't own any Ben Jonson. I think I'd like to get an edition of him at some point, and I have like a very old, beaten up plays of Middleton, and I need to get a better version of that, at least a better edition. And I do have Marlowe's plays, but I want to get his poetry too because that's also a very lovely read. But these two are just taking up space, and I've read them, but I never think about them again. So they're being unhauled. Controversially, another one here, George Herbert. His poetry. I've done a couple Holy Sundays on George Herbert. I thought I liked him, but I never, outside of videos about, at least Holy Sundays, at least, I never read George Herbert. Why would I read George Herbert when John Donne's right there? Like, literally. I've done my time with Herbert. I've probably read through this once and then have gone back to it to do videos about, but I never read George Herbert. Like, literally, I can find him on... He's a Gutenberg author, like, at this point. So he's going... we're also getting rid of Fox's Book of Martyrs. I know this may be a shock for some people because I like all that medieval Christianity stuff and all that. But again, I don't refer to Fox's Books of Martyrs. I've got the Golden Legend. I love that. But it doesn't have some of my favorite martyrs in here. It's a good collection to start with. It does have I can't remember who else in here. It's got let me have a look quickly. It has like Tyndale, of course, and oh my god, I should have known this before. Thomas Cranmer and a couple others in here, but again, I've got my Golden Legend. I know, but it's going. I never look at it really. Cassius Dio, some Roman history. I don't go back to him. I've got Livy. That's all I need. Martin, I think say epigrams. Reddit. I never think about it. Patronus. This tonight. This I can't even say it. It's going. I've read it. It's fine. Tiberius. Reddit. I never think about him. Why read him when I've got Lucan or throw a dart at any or Horace? Oh my god, why would I read him? Starlist, really good, but a bit too niche for me. I feel like I just haven't found like when it comes to Roman history, I haven't found my niche. I'm just happy to read like a general history of like like Livy. Give me Livy. And he's just not my favorite. Arian, we got Alexander the Great. I don't care about Alexander. It's just not for me. I've read it. It does not. It's going. Someone else would absolutely love that. We got Diogenes, of course. He's going. I don't like philosophy at all. He's going. We have then Demosthenes. This is just some of his selected speeches. Really good, but I never look at it. Then we're getting rid of the last proper ancient classic is the Homeric hymns. Really solid. I don't go back to it. That's the thing. It just sits there, and I'm like, it needs to move, and I don't sing hymns at all, so I don't really have a use for it, and someone else would probably really love that. Then we'll save that one for last, but I'm getting rid of two non-fictions I read recently. Eternal Chalice. This is a great book about the history of the Holy Grail throughout the medieval period. Really, really solid. Read it. I just don't have a use for it. But it was really good for what it was. And then I have Digging for Richard III. Sorry, that's it. Here. This is by Mike Pitts. I read the publisher's name. Read it. I like Richard III. I'm looking for just more of a biography than to niche down, but again, really solid, but I don't go back to it at all. And then the last classic I'm unhauling tonight, or it actually is today, is the one, the only, the brick itself, Les Mis. It's going. I have such a weird history of Les Mis. I've never seen it performed. I've never seen an adaptation. I only know the story of Les Mis through this book right here. I read it probably when I was like 16, I want to say. I audiobooked it for a week straight. And it has moments. I will give people that. But it's just such a slog to get through. And that really hurts because The Hunchback of Notre Dame, which Victor Hugo also wrote, is one of the greatest books ever written. It's literally so well put together, and just there's not a wasted letter in that book. And compare that to Les Mis, and it's like, what happened? Like literally. I would also like to look for a collection of Victor Hugo's poems because I think they're really good, but I've got Hunchback, and I don't need Les Mis. I've done my time, really. I never even think about Les Mis. I don't even think, I'm going to go back and read, like, the Bishop's Chair scene history, or the history of the sewer systems, or just joking. Like, even like the main stuff people remember, it just does nothing for me. And especially when on that same shelf there is the Count of Monte Cristo. Like, why would I pick Les Mis over the Count? Like, why? Or War and Peace. Like, there's just too many better books from that time period that are, insanely long. And one day I will eventually watch an adaptation of Les Mis. And again, if I ever have the urge to read Les Mis again, because I know Katie from Books and Things done a really fun, reading event of Les Mis earlier in the year, and I was gonna join. I just the thought of reading Les Mis again, I was like, no. And this copy has literally sat on my shelves for so long, like probably a good 7 or like 8 years even. And like I never think about Les Mis, so it's going. Someone will probably see this in a book box and be like, oh my god, I love the movie. And then they'll pick up Les Mis, and little did they know what they stepped into, really, what they're about to go through. But it's got its moments. But again, there's so many books I'd rather read instead of Les Mis. Give me Edith Wharton. I mean, going through a bit of a Edith Wharton phase right now. But yeah, that's just a quick unhaul. I know someone's favorite books were definitely in here, but I feel like it's not the most controversial unhauling your favorite books video we've done so far. Like especially the last one. Oh, that was brutal. Seriously, but yeah, it's nice to go through just your books and think what's staying, what's going, and I feel lighter already. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching BookTube, and I will see you next time.